You're watching ABC4 News.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about staying safe while we're in our bathrooms, which is actually harder than it might seem. Tanya Couch, an injury prevention coordinator with Mountain Star Healthcare, joining us today on how to protect ourselves. And Tanya, I'll be honest, when I first read over this, I was like, really? But really, we need to be careful. So why can our bathroom be so dangerous?
You know, it is funny to think about safety in the bathroom, but the bathroom is probably the second most common place of injury in the house next to the stairway. In fact, over 250,000 people are injured in the bathroom each year, and 14% of those will require hospitalization. So we can see some really serious injuries occurring in the bathroom. And in our area, ground level falls are the most common cause of elderly injury. Many of those falls occur in the bathroom.
Which is a scary situation because if one of our grandparents, if they fall, and that could unfortunately be a very bad situation. Let's talk about the tips that you might have that you offer to keeping the bathroom safe, especially for, we just talked about, that elderly population.
Yeah, that is an important question. We want to do anything we can to keep our elderly safe. So my first tip is to make sure that the pathway to the bathroom is well lit and free from clutter. And that's including things like putting night lights in the bedroom and in the hallway and in the bathroom itself so that you can see your way there safely. Low visibility contributes to an increase in injury. And then when you go to bed at night, you're not going to remember that you left a pair of shoes or some clothing in the middle of the floor. So make sure that clutter is cleared away so you don't trip and fall on the way to the bathroom. Once you're in the bathroom, turn on the lights. Look for any tripping or slipping hazards like a towel on the floor or water that's been left on the floor. And then have grab bars placed throughout the bathroom. You know, it's important to put grab bars next to the toilet. As we age, it's harder to go from that seated to standing position. And the grab bars will just help us get up more safely. And then having grab bars around the tub and inside the shower. You may want to consider avoiding bathing in the bathtub altogether as you get older. You also want to keep your essential items within easy reach. Anytime you have to reach up above your head or stoop over, you're at an increased risk for losing your balance. And then my last tip for the elderly is a good slip-resistant mat inside the tub or shower, and one that will absorb water when you step out of the tub or shower.
Okay, love all those ideas. Now let's talk about something that I have to worry about in my own home and a lot of moms and dads out there. What about keeping our little infants safe when they're in the bathroom? You know, we got bath time, get things cleaned up. It's a focal point for a lot of our morning and evening activities.
Yeah, and it's so important, and it kind of goes without saying, but I want to drive home the point anyway. And just never, ever, ever leave a child under the age of 4 alone in the bathtub. You know, it only takes a split second for something terrible to happen. So keep your eyes on your child the entire time you're bathing them. And then once they're done with their bath, make sure you drain the water completely. Never leave a tub full of water. Also, inspect their bath toys. Make sure that they're not going to pose a choking hazard. Look for any torn or loose edges on them. Throw them out when they become moldy or broken. And then with kids, you might want to consider keeping your home's water heater to no more than 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's so if your child is to turn on the water by themselves, they won't be scalded. And then lastly, of course, keep medications out of their reach.
I love all these ideas, especially the idea about the water, because I have a little guy who really likes to turn on the bath when he's not being supervised. So that's such a great idea. Thank you so much for all these important tips. And I like how the main takeaway from all this is that bathroom injuries can be serious. So it needs to be something we think about when we are organizing our homes. Tanya, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
We really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about these tips and Mountain Star Healthcare, go to abc4.com. Also coming up,